So The Humans was originally published as a series of 10 comics with Image Comics, and then published as 2 volumes that are now out of print. But it follows the biker gang of apes and on an ape planet.
The Humans, it's like, it feels sort of like, I hate to put comics in movie terms or whatever, but it feels like a grindhouse-y kind of
Totally.
like biker movie.
Yeah.
People just happen to be apes, and it doesn't matter why, right?
I mean, yes, no, yeah. There's a little bit of yes. It's the simple answer to that. It's exploitation, like genre turned into apesploitation.
Yes, throwback to the Roger Corman biker movies, and then other different movies, Planet of the Apes, of course, but like other exploitation era, and it's even set in 1970, 71.
And like something that we've said in the past too, it's like the ape, might seem inconsequential on some levels, but on others allows us to do more and push boundaries a lot more.
Yeah,
with those characters,
for me as the artist, it makes me able to be more exaggerate things. It's a little bit more cartoonish than drawing humans. It's a lot more fun world to explore. But it's like, otherwise it's just like a biker story.
Right. Yeah, like a super gritty biker story, but when you add the apes, it can be like more cartoonish and slapstick in some areas and stuff.
Yeah.
So it follows the group of the Humans, the biker gang. What year did you guys wrap this one up?
We started putting it together in 2013, and I think this volume came out in end of 2015.
Yeah.
Or early 2016.
Yeah, early 2016 the volume came out, but the series ended in December of 2015.
Yeah.
That's when issue 10 came out.
Right.
Yeah, we self-published issue 0, and then which is the black and white chapter at the beginning. And then issue 1 we started with Image, and that's where it becomes full color, colored by Christina Coyotes, who is no longer working with us. But she was great.
She's alive.
Yeah.
She's not working with us.
She's not buried under the studio or anything.
Hi, Christina.
So it ends on what could have been an end to the whole series, or a cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
10 years later, you guys come out with the sequel now.
Yep.
The Jungle.
The Jungle. Funny thing you say 10 years later, but the cover for issue 1 of The Jungle was drawn in 2018. So I've been working on this since 2018.
Wow.
And we advertised it in the back of volume 2, like idiots, way too far in advance.
Oh, it came out of Image. You have to advertise something that either never comes out.
That's so true. That's so true.
So we started working on it as early as 2018, 2017, fleshing out the characters, and they even drew I think most of the covers. I think this cover was 2018 as well. This one was 2020. 2020 is when I started seriously drawing it during COVID. I started really drawing issue 1 and getting into it. So, it starts off color, and then very soon the color gets literally washed off them as they go into prison, and then it's black and white with screen tones, which is our kind of our ode to 70s magazine size comics like Conan and stuff that we both love a lot. So we wanted to give it that feel, and also like the manga feel of starting in color. And
love those first 10 pages of a manga volume that are in full color or in 2 color, and then it becomes black and white. Yeah. And then also, because it's a prison comic, grittiness is is necessary, and doing these tones really brought all of that out in Tom's work.
Well, and luckily our new publisher, UNCIVILIZed, was like, yes, let's do magazine, let's do whatever you want. So we went magazine sized, and every issue is overstuffed. This was first issue is 46 pages plus extras in the back.
Yeah, it's quite the different experience from going from this, because I did a full reread of everything yesterday, and going from this to this was just a totally different experience, even tactilely, because this paper is amazing. It's almost like newsprint, you know. I don't think it quite is, but it feels like it.
Yeah,
right?
The whole idea is that it's kind of like it almost is.
Yeah.
And that's the nice thing. Uncivilized is like actually does more indie comics and graphic novels, and it's run by an artist who really cares about the book. How
Yeah,
it
the
feels
experience
and
of it.
everything.
Because
So,
I mean, you could read something digitally and it's not a thing. But if you're gonna have this physical experience now and spend your money on a physical product, you need that tactile experience to be part of the package. You know.
yeah.
But you're talking about how it goes from color to black and white. Kind of feeling like the manga thing. But I'm assuming you also used it as a thing where, because this goes from color,
Mm-hmm.
you know, when you read it straight through, the fact that it starts in color and then fades as they're going into the prison, like this whole scene right here is an amazing, as you're using the medium to the best of its ability.
Yeah.
You following the characters through as they're getting washed down, and then they get like the lie right thrown on them
Yeah.
at the end, and
Delousing powder.
They're washing the color off here,
Mhm.
and then the lie really makes them turn into the
and then it goes
screen
right into
tones.
black and white. It's freaking amazing. I got so many questions.
Well, I know one place you're going. Originally, the idea was like we start off in color, and prison will be. First, we're thinking like two-tone.
Yeah.
Like it might be color, but it was always going to be stripped down. It was never going to be as colorful as this first series, because this first series is when they're free and they're on drugs and alive, fighting and fucking and doing all those things. And in here, they're constrained and it's awful. And we wanted to like get that across. But then once we were like, let's just do black and white, and Tom's like, maybe. And then he started playing with the tones, and it was like, oh yeah, this is perfect.
So I love the way it's come together. And then we're gonna, we'll get to it when we get to issue 3, a little bit of explanation, but when the book is collected, there's going to be certain parts that become color again. For instance, like this is a psychedelic flashback, and I think it'd be great if the top layer of the jungle is in color, but he's still in black and white.
Yeah.
So little elements like that we'll add to when the book is collected as the Jungle Volume 1 next year. We'll be coloring stuff, and issue 3, which all takes place in Los Angeles, is going to be full color, even though as it comes out today it's black and white, but it will be full color eventually. So we're playing with that stuff too.
Yeah.
So
what are you doing the tones with? Is it like are they scanned?
It's there's some scans that I've picked up. I went to Japan. Luckily, I got to go there twice this past year. I picked up some really cool scans, but those are mostly like some of the psychedelic ones that I use in the backgrounds. For the most part, I'm using that. What is it? It's some brush tool that I downloaded.
Like True Grit or something?
I paid for. Yeah, True Grit.
Okay.
Yeah. I got their basic comics set, and it's great. There's a lot of stuff I don't even use in there, but it's like the screen tones are really good and really easy.
Yeah,
and fun. It's just fun. You can get really detailed with it. I'm trying to keep it fairly simple to make it feel like an old school comic, not get hyper detailed with it.
Like that would have been like one.
Yeah, that's a Japanese one that I bought, the leader scan.
Wow.
And like, wasn't his suit one that you got, or was that?
Yeah, the plaid in his suit is one I picked up over there.
Yeah, that's great. Usually you would want to like keep it simple and have like 3, and you're doing a lot of different ones. And the reason that you would usually do that is because you run the risk of running into that like Mori effect and stuff. But you don't have that at all. I did a book like a few years ago, and it's kind of.
I was worried about that.
I was worried about that too, but I don't know. I mean, the publisher has made sure that isn't happening, but I think maybe the way those brush tools, those triggers are built, they don't really do that. So But yeah, it's there's a lot of different layers. I'm using different shading and tones. It's not just like 1 or 2 flat tones. I'm getting pretty detailed with it.
That character is amazing.
Yeah, so then issue 2. So first issue came out back in June, July.
Mm-hmm.
Second issue came out in October. Third issue came out today. I don't know when we're watching this, but today as of filming, issue 3 just came out. Yeah. So issue 2, you get further into the prison. I'm talking too much. Keenan, you should talk.
No. Here,
I
on the
really spread because it's you get to see like 2 different gangs.
Yeah, I love when you go and you start like naming all the different characters from the religious sect.
God believes.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
That's
That's one of my favorite
drawing.
pages.
That is incredible. And I love how you're like spending so much time getting like every little thing with these insane perspectives and all the bricks and everything. It just looks amazing. And then you're not afraid to just let the screen tones do what they're supposed to do and make it so it's really dark up there. And you did all that work just to do that, and it's beautiful. It's perfect, man.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little worried about that with going into print, how it would work, but I think it, now that I've seen it work, it's like I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, we're lucky that this paper actually takes it the way you would hope it would. Too.
I mean, it's a perfect package. It's just everything worked perfectly with this thing. Another great use of
this one might be in color in the final book too.
Oh yeah,
because it's outdoors. This whole scene.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Cleaning up the human pigsty.
Yeah, where they get one little sense of taste of freedom again.
So and this is a
sort of taste. Yeah.
Some people might figure out
taste.
this is a little bit of the layout is a nod to Gasoline Alley comic strip from the old days. Frank King.
Yeah, everybody would have pulled that one out of their brains, right?
Okay.
All those Gasoline Alley fans.
He's famous for doing those kind of like big layouts.
There you go. You get to
be cartoony.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when he first sees the teacher in the prison, and he's the ladies' man.
Yeah.
Go crazy.
And we all know how much you love to draw horses, so you had to put them on the.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He does love horses.
Was that you or you came up with the horse idea?
Oh well, yeah. No, there's horses in this.
Yeah, but
I just
knows I love drawing.
Yeah, he likes that. So I was like, and in a prison thing, like there's going to be a rodeo at some point.
Oh yeah, that's right. Rodeo's coming up. They do mention that. Page range. Yeah, here they are. There they are.
All the religious weirdos.
And I love how the different races are like different species of ape. And
we're not really. It's not really species and race specific, but we definitely mix it all up. Like there's different races of monkeys and different apes and everything. Like Barabbas is a mandrill.
Yeah, that's awesome. Is he the first one that you've seen?
And these guys are gibbons.
Yeah. They're gibbons.
These guys are gibbons. Orangutans, chimps. But yeah.
So you've got these different. So the first one, when they're free, it's a biker gang. They're
back cover by Don Simpson.
Hell yeah, they're committing crimes, and then you're left with just a couple of the characters from the first arc, moving on to like a whole prison story, and so you're dealing with you're going from gangs to like just like prison culture, and which is another just like trope of those kind of movies. So that makes total sense.
Yeah. Exploitation prison movies was a whole thing too.
I love that you could have totally like just kept on going with the biker gang stories, but
we've probably been smart to.
I don't know.
But it's always been the idea is like I've always had like a 3-story arc of like before the humans, then on the inside, and then on the outside afterward. So like that was always going in. I didn't want to like get into something and just mill around in it. It was like there's an arc and a character story arc to it. So and it makes it more fun too. I feel like too.
Yeah.
Even though at first, like the idea of like drawing a prison all the time probably wasn't that much fun to Tom, but then he always finds like the fun things.
Oh yeah, I found I found a love of drawing chain link fences.
He's
Like,
done a lot of
like
changes.
totally into it. now. It's like-
I'm with you right now.
I
You
just-
love it?
yeah.
I see.
I love it.
I've turned it into it.
Okay.
I love challenging
Well, he
myself
hated
to
it
find
the other
different
day when he
ways.
thought he had to redraw a whole chain link wall. But
Yeah.
then he realized, no,
Razor wire
wire's
I'm having
different.
trouble with.
Really?
Chain link fences I've mastered. Yeah.
Chain link fences drive me crazy. I've been having to draw a lot of them lately too. And it's,
Yeah, I can-
especially if you have a character behind the fence.
The next
I
two
can show you.
issues, 4 and 5, are a lot of
A lot of chain link fences.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll just show you this. This one is
Bring it over here.
making me crazy the other day, but
Yeah, a little sneak preview.
Oh, okay. Check that
so I'm
out.
using white ink
Yeah.
for these, but then there's some where I'm drawing the fence itself, like this one.
Yeah.
The actual fence. So I like to mix it up.
And then, like, you see, like, the next panel, there's fence, the next panel, there's fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's fence. There's big fence, little fence.
Yeah, all kinds of fences.
Yeah. I'm having fun with fences.
Yeah. All fence issue.
Issue 4 and 5.
That's what everybody always wanted.
Yeah.
Liefeld has pouches, Tom's got fences. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of jumps around. Like, so it was like first 2 issues are definitely them going into prison and like dealing with stuff. But then issue 3, we go outside and see what Queenie is up to,
Right.
living in Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's why it makes total sense to do this. This is a variant cover by Nicole Gu.
Yep. Yeah.
Awesome.
Rules.
Yeah,
Like,
she's been
beautiful.
a friend of ours for a while. She's awesome,
Mm-hmm.
amazing artist. And yeah, I love, like, we didn't even ask her, but it's just, I love that she, like, I think she saw my cover, but then I like that it's like an answer, like sunrise, sunset.
Yeah. I
It's
do
like
like
a whole day in the
temperature.
life of Queenie.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's like a, what do they call it, a bottle episode, right?
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah,
Mhm.
totally.
It's the idea. I had to break it up.
Yeah, you got to throw in one.
So yeah, anyway, we can go and check. So
Yeah,
here's
let's
my
take a
cover.
look at this. Because then we can also get into like
Leave this up for a second.
Okay.
how you scripted Keenan too when we talk about the art too. You know?
Just the cover, I did this one. I don't normally do this, but I did this one layered because I wanted there to be like almost like an animation kind of like pop to
Yeah, separation between.
separation.
So you just did like, did you paint the background?
Yeah, in gray tones.
Oh, okay.
So I'm
I see.
separate. So I mean, this is the pencil, but like,
Right.
so they're inked, and then I painted this in gray tones, and then I added these guys later.
Oh,
because
right
they're,
on.
they're a story within the story.
Yeah, let's pull that. Where is it?
So,
Under here?
Yeah. Sorry.
so yeah, you can see all the different
All the
pieces of
elements.
this one.
Yeah. Okay, and then you just did a color hold and then digitally painted over the top of that?
Yep. Yeah.
Nice. That looks great. Okay.
So yeah. Anyway, I can get into the issue.
So cool.
Just kind of script.
Awesome. So what kind of script do you write? Then
Like
is
a
it
film script with more detail.
Okay.
So
so
it's
no
not-
panel breakdown?
No, and I don't tell them page break or like panel 1, page 1, top right corner. I don't do any of that.
Oh, thank God.
And it's just about like at this point I do know how Tom will take some of the information
Mhm.
sometimes, not always, and I leave it up to him to like, form it, because if I take that away from him, it's taking a large part of his like arsenal out of
That
his
is-
fucking pocket.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And out of the comics pocket. So
It's that's my favorite way to work, because it's like, I mean, it's more brain space on my part to like have to do all the breakdowns, but it's way more fun because then I get to be a storyteller or the director of the film
that's exactly right. Yeah.
that he's writer and co-director of. So like I usually start with a script. I print it out like 2 pages per page, and you can see, I don't know if you can see it. I thumbnail it, breakdowns in here, and do some of my little beginning page breakdowns, and then so there's some parts I'm like, this doesn't fit here, I'll move it somewhere else because of the way I'm flowing things.
Mhm.
And then sometimes I'm just like, okay, this is page 6 and 7. This will be a big 2-page layout that he's described.
Mhm.
So yeah, he lets me decide all those things, which is odd. I mean, sometimes he suggests too. He's like, this should be like a really big splash, really big moment, but for the most part, he leaves it up to me. Like here is, I just wrote big gators, so you'll see this later.
Well, so like with Scumbag for Hire, and other stuff that you do, like you draw, you create, so you understand, and I feel like a lot of the way that scripts and most things are handed to artists, it's because it's from a writer who has never had to draw something before or understand that the visual storytelling is part of the visuals that the artist is laying down.
And it is like a movie too, in the fact that the truth is like shit has to be a little fluid. You have to be able to change and be willing to, flow with the punches as they come. So if Tom's like, oh, this is not fitting here, and it's like, what if we do this? And sometimes we'll be like, totally. And sometimes we'll be like, well, maybe we could do this instead. And they'll be like, okay. And then we keep going.
Work it out in the pencils. I'll pencil out.
Because that shit will bog down any creative work too if we start like having to go back and forth on every little thing all the damn time. So it has to be some trust.
Usually there's like one last step, which would be like after it's all laid down, you would then take a look at it again for maybe dialogue and stuff and change it. But since you're hand lettering this, right?
But he will show. He comes with the issue penciled, like the rough pencils, and we'll talk, and he'll say like, okay, you see, like right here, I just moved it over here because of the way the panel layout. It's like, cool, I totally get it, Because sometimes it's like instead of having to cram everybody into something, he wants to do it so it works on the page better, right? It's like that's totally. Let's do that,
right. And so, how tight are your pencils then?
They can be super tight to super loose, depending on like how much he's trying to.
This is one I just started, so you can see this is like barely penciled.
Yeah.
But that's at this point. I'm just like
that's about
I'm in the flow of this scene, so I pretty much know what I'm doing. It depends if it's like a big crowd or
like all
things like this.
Yeah.
That's I went downtown and took photos of everything that I wanted to include, and then used my own photos as reference. So that got pretty detailed, but that was fun too to like.
Are you thumbnailing the entire thing first, or are you?
No, I mean
you just kind of go.
Well,
your pencils are like. I mean, the thumbnails are on the script, and then your pencils are kind of like a thumbnail just on the page.
Yeah, the pencils are like a really loose, just layout. I'll lay out the whole issue. Go discuss any changes I made with him, and then I come back, and then I generally will like, if I need to detail the pencils out, I will spend the morning penciling and then lettering, and then afternoon inking, and I can usually get a page done in a day.
Yeah, that's awesome.
If I'm not having to do some other freelance work on top of it.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's generally. But yeah, usually I will do the layouts this size for the whole issue and run it by him before I begin inking and lettering. So like, for instance, like I wanted, he had written this scene as is, and I loved it, but then I wanted there to be a little bit more between of her like getting off the bus and walking home. So I was like, hey, could you write 2 scenes of like her walking through the neighborhood and like who she passed, more, give it some more LA atmosphere. So he wrote in these guys that have a lowrider and this ice cream guy, and then but I think
from here basically she gets on the bus and it cuts to her walking across the street to the house, and
but I just like
some people talking. Okay.
So when I took the pencils to him, I was like, hey, what could we do here to kind of space this out? And so he wrote that scene in.
Right.
So that's part of the fun of the back and forth of the getting to be the director, I guess, of the film. Be like, hey, I got the writer on set.
Yeah.
let's make this.
Well, once you're actually, have the art and it's pacing out, then you can really see, clearer.
Yeah.
And then like this scene, I wanted to be like really tense, really stressful. So I was like, can we add like the TV noise into it all?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we were trying to figure out what it should be, and I decided he's watching an episode of Adam 12, because that would have been on TV.
And he loves Adam 12.
I love Adam 12.
Yeah, I was like, go for it, dude.
But
it's like, I'm not going to talk you out Adam 12 at this point.
But all the dialogue is actually from an Adam 12 comic book.
Yes.
Oh,
we
really?
both love that. That's like one of the best like TV comics ever.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's like Adam 12 finds a satanic ring in Hollywood, and like, so it took all the dialogue.
The leader's called Satan.
Yeah,
It's so great. It's such a great comic.
so there's just like extra background noise, but it's all taken from an actual Adam 12 comic book.
Wow.
The rest of the dialogue, Keenan wrote it as is, but I wanted to like compress it to make it even more stressful.
Yeah, the idea is like his machine's going off, they're arguing. He's supposed to be watching TV, I just didn't specify. And Tom was like, okay, yeah, it should be loud. What should be on the TV? And I was like, I don't know. And then once he thought out 12, I was like, okay.
Yeah, you got to have that chaos.
I'm just glad it wasn't Chips, because he would have been. That Chips is too late. Chips came later. So.
Chips is too late.
Yeah. It would have been Chips, but damn it. But yeah, no, the Adam 12 worked because that comic means a lot to both of us, actually.
Yeah. This seems really, really great, and you can feel like how crazy it is. You know, I think if the dialogue balloons weren't filling up everything.
All the fart noises.
Yeah.
It's so silly. Hang around.
Look at that car.
Oh yeah, man, I'm having fun with vehicles.
Damn. That is such a great line on that chrome, man. That's like, I don't know. It's just so fluid.
Yeah, mostly drawing with nibs and brush. Yeah, hardly any pen. It's all Zebra G nibs, pretty much.
Mhm. Snag those in Japan too, or just got them from here?
You can get them anywhere now,
you can.
but I did buy a bunch of different ones.
Oh yeah.
I was using those on that scumbag drawing at the road show. I was like ripping through the paper too much. I just,
Yeah.
Pressing right in.
Yeah. Too much of
Well, I draw on like a thick watercolor paper, so it takes.
Yeah. So that was the thing. I was
Oh.
ripping like the wrong paper.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's how it's got the the tooth to it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
how I get
The pages look
vellum.
really nice.
And then I can get the dry brush effects from the paper.
And what size is the page?
15 by 20.
15 by 20, and then what's the gutter?
This is like a 1 1/4
It's not
inch.
that big.
Yeah.
So it's about 19 by 12 and a half or something like that. It's
Okay.
basically roughly the size Kirby was drawing.
Like a golden age-ish
Yeah.
size. Yeah, it's a.
Kirby in the early 60s and 70s was drawing that size.
It's like a perfect size because you can get into smaller details.
But then when I get into the big splashes like this, I go over the border, and then we have to like figure out how to make it fit. 'Cause
Yeah, that was the fun
normally
thing
it
about
would,
the
like-
magazine size.
So yeah, magazine size made it possible to do this. There it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so then I can put anything in there. It's fun.
Yeah, it goes right up to the line.
He's always got decent cursive.
Yeah.
There's about this much being cut off. That's
Yeah.
it.
It's like
Yeah.
Shoink.
And I had to add a little.
Like you can see
I had to finish the roof
Yeah.
digitally, but
No, it's okay.
yeah,
That's great.
yeah, it was a fun picture. And that's the one I was just showing you in the thumbnails. I basically just said like gators with a you can see the shape. It's funny. So my brain works at this point. It's just like
And there's also
there's the shape of the rink, and I just wrote gators, and I knew that would represent Doc on a dock. That's Doc. I was on a dock. So, and then that's the ring. I was just like, there's my thumbnail, and then I drew this. So.
I love this. I love that he always has like a crazy shirt with some sort of
Some kind of fellatio joke.
Yeah. He's just
Yeah.
a dirty old man.
Now that he's a
Dirty
gator
freak.
farmer,
Yeah.
suck my crock.
Yeah.
And Clyde's over here
Yeah.
pickpocketing people. And then their side business is weed farm in the swamp.
wow. Where do you let's see here. This is probably a loaded ass question, but where are you pulling inspiration from for like layouts or different? Because every once in a while you'll do some straight storytelling,
Uh-huh.
and then you'll do some sort of like really great layout that you can only do in comics. You know.
Well, that's the thing is I always want to like push what can you do with comics.
Right.
So like, yeah, like them going into prison, you know, the way. Part of it is the way Keenan writes. Sometimes he writes a scene that I'll read it and I'm like, wait, the way this is scripted traditionally would be like 4 pages.
Mm-hmm.
How can I do this as 2? You know, or it'll be 6 pages. How can I do this as 2? But like this, you know, sometimes he just writes a lot, and I have to figure out how to combine things. But this one was also just like, well, let's have fun with this. Like, I don't know, there's no reason. I have never laid out a full architecture for this prison. So
Yeah.
every time you see it, it's a different building.
But that's okay.
But it doesn't matter.
It's disorienting.
So, and they're not going through 3
Yeah.
floors. Basically, they're going through one
That's just
floor.
processing.
But this is just like, it's just like fun to do with comics. And we had like one reviewer who complained about using arrows.
No
And I was
way.
like,
That's my favorite thing.
that's
Like,
one of
that
I
shit.
love doing that because it reminds you you're reading a comic.
Yeah, and pick up a book from like the early 40s or like the late 30s, and they're gonna have numbers on the panels. for
Yeah,
God's
the
sake.
whole idea of that it's a comic. It's not a
Yes.
pitch
So-
for a TV show or anything.
Exactly.
But the other thing I did was, aside from like big action scenes, for the most part, when you're in prison, it's 9-panel grid,
Okay,
except for like
I don't know if
big
I picked up
moments.
on that actually.
Big moments enough, but most of the conversations rely on a basic
Yeah.
9-panel grid
Why? What here? Let me do this.
to represent.
Yeah, reinforced.
No,
Like,
but this. Why do you go to the edge on that?
Oh, that's the Last Supper. I just leave it
Got it,
out like
okay.
that. I mean, just sometimes there's big moments.
You wanted to
where
pull
I,
focus. to
where I
that,
expand,
right?
but it's basically working off the
Okay.
9-panel grid. Even this is like 3.
Yeah.
yeah,
see
layer,
that.
tier.
So, because it's to reinforce the behind bars
Mm.
within the grid.
Yeah, that's insane.
Even that
Yeah.
is 9-panel grid.
Okay.
So, and then this is a story, some storytelling, a backstory here. So I expanded a little bit. I'm not rigid to it, and I want to do interesting layouts.
Because
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can't,
yeah.
like, the idea is like it's supposed to be claustrophobic, but you can't. You have to breathe to
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
a story. So it's like,
So
but
then
that
they go
makes
outside.
these seem bigger. You
You
know,
go
by
outside
doing
and you get a big
Yeah. Yeah.
moment, but then this is 9-panel grid.
Mm-hmm.
As they talk to each other, it turns back into the grid. So I don't know. That's one thing I do. But
Very
then when I'm doing stuff like this is just like a weird geometric problem of storytelling. Like, how can I?
Well, now we're back outside too. So
We're talking about
kinda
multiple
lost the
places
line.
at once, and
Right.
it's got to do like montage on a page.
Totally,
right?
totally.
And that,
Yeah.
that allows for like the fun of
Mm-hmm.
designing that.
And I like the center, focal visual of the.
Yeah, it's not really stated in the letter that Queenie's
Right.
reading that he's doing.
No,
That
but
he's
it's written
drumming,
in
but
the
it's written
script
this
like
way.
yeah, he's
So
like
it's like the whole writing is about selling pot.
because he can't be saying I'm
Yeah,
selling pot in a letter to a prison.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Or a
also
letter
just
to
good
his
writing.
friends.
Say
He's
it and
just
don't
trying to
show
be
it. Or
like-
show it and don't say it.
Yeah,
And then when I
Yeah.
get to stuff like this, I just start playing geometric games with myself. Like, how do I rotate the camera
Yeah.
and play with like designs where they mirror each other?
Mhm.
You know, it's just fun to play with those ideas sometimes. For me.
Yeah. No. I'm always
And to
curious.
like actually work this shot out, it actually would work. It was fun to. I mean, it's barely there. It's in 4 panels, 3
Mhm.
panels, but it was fun. And then again, they go outside the bar and
Damn.
they jump to a splash page, which reintroduces Carnes, his current pet, and these 2 guys, the bouncers. Keenan, you want to tell me about them? You told me like who they should be referenced to, and I'm forgetting.
Oh man, now I can't. Oh well, yeah, it was like they're supposed to be Seminole Indians because it's in Florida, so
Mhm.
they're supposed to be tribal. And there was one actor that played Frankenstein in Frankenstein Unbound, and he was in Predator. I can't remember his name. He's the guy who cuts his chest before he goes and gets his spine ripped out.
Oh yeah.
And the idea was like that they're just supposed to be imposing, big, brutish dudes. And then Tom Driven was like, "Wow, you made him way more imposing and monsters than I
Yeah. It's those white dot eyes.
Yeah.
And
And they're just huge.
they're just huge.
Huge, but they're supposed to be door guys at a fucking
Yeah.
shitty bar. in
They're-
Florida, so.
Their shoulders go directly to like under their ears.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what I wrote, but yeah, it's like,
That's amazing.
oops.
Your choice, your mix, your version of like ape people is interesting because it's not really like full on Planet of the Apes.
No.
It's kind of like softened.
Planet of the Apes had like a hierarchy of just orangutans, gorillas, and chimps, and they were kind of like
And they
assigned
forgot
their own
bonobos and
roles.
gibbons.
Yeah, yeah.
And we just kind of opened up the world. I mean, those are like the primary ones we deal with because they're the great apes.
Yeah.
But we still throw in all kinds of different
apes
and
are
different kinds of
different.
apes and different
Yeah,
kinds of
yeah,
orangutans. So like, I actually modeled some of them after different areas, and so I forget. I mean, I think I just like looked up like giant silverbacks for these guys.
And it's like the Planet of the Apes has a very distinct look to the apes because they're all the same molds. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
these are supposed to be different people.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
idea. And Tom
No,
does a really good job of like making them idiosyncratic and giving them each like their purpose and look.
Mm-hmm. Look how much the screen tones add to that.
Yeah, it works really good.
Especially when you
Pants and
only
stuff.
put the heavy tones on him,
Mhm.
you know, and everybody else, you kind of almost just did a subtle and leave them alone. Pulls them out.
Yeah.
Great work, man.
It's basically what I expect when I read like they have a bar fight.
Yeah.
I read a couple things that happen, and then I'm like, I'm expecting Tom to like make this a giant, insane
Yeah.
page.
Yeah.
I think I like added that
Yeah,
line, but in this one it says, "Call me ugly again." Just say it one more time, just because I wanted to fill the space. So I was like, okay, sure.
And it feels like a Kirby spread.
Yeah, I mean, well, this
So
is definitely like a Wolverine jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. No, it's great.
But yeah, a lot of this just comes out of like, okay, I wanted him to be like jumping from this, pulls out the knives and he's jumping at you.
it's supposed to be an insane
But then I was like,
escalation.
okay, what is the story? Everything's happening at once. Suddenly it's, but it starts here. These guys are like, what the fuck? But then by here, Clyde and the girlfriend are up on the pool table throwing bottles at one of the, it's just like chaos.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I'm just like, okay, how to fill this space? And so I just like start filling spaces with body parts and then figure out the layout that can work around it.
Yeah,
And then I continue these guys down here. They're interacting with her, but then that leads to them on the pool table smashing. And then he's kicking, and I looked at Chuck Norris for reference for a kick, so I made the
Chuck.
sound effect Chuck.
That's really good.
I mean, you could so easily start getting crazy tangents and stuff, laying it out that way, and it can become chaos. It's just the fact that you're just going for it and it's working so perfectly is,
It's a rumble too. So it's supposed to be like
I don't fear
you
tangents.
can read it in any way. Yeah.
No, I know.
Tangents, schmangents. They're good.
Yeah.
I love. We always talk about like because you used that in the first series really well, and it's always like, you gotta make sure you do the silhouettes because it's just fun storytelling too.
It is.
I like it.
I love it. Yeah, and it breaks the page up and
Yeah.
lets your eye rest. You don't need to know expressions. It's just body language. Yeah.
And any excuse that I can squeeze a motorcycle.
Yeah. Trying to get motorcycles anytime we can.
You were probably so tired of drawing motorcycles.
I think
Well, you just gotten great at it. Now you can do it without thinking. And
Yeah.
I know more
I
motorcycles.
think you wrote it that they all jump in the back of his truck. I was like, no, we got to throw at least one shot of motorcycles in there.
Yeah.
I can't remember. There was one time where I was like, oh no, that's the end of issue 3.
That's issue
That's
3.
the end of
Yeah. They
this.
jumped in the truck, and then you're like, let's just make bikes. Like, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got another bikes more. Sure.
So this is the end of the flashback. She's looking at Polaroids. Arms wrestling a gator. And then she has to go to work at the diner.
Did you shift your style a little bit for this issue?
Yeah, well, it shifts within itself. I mean, this
Right.
one is like, it actually gets more cartoonish.
Yeah.
More Dan DeCarlo inspired.
Yeah.
Especially like this guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's straight out of
I can see
Archie
it in the eyes and
comics.
stuff. Yeah.
And yeah, so I do that a lot within
This
stuff.
is all like gag.
Yeah.
And we're
stuff
suddenly in a
into it.
diner, so it's going to be like, it should be like brighter and more fun. This is a different tone than when you're in prison. In prison,
Right.
it's way grittier and
It's like a
looser.
sluggo face almost.
So yeah, I do. I definitely change things up all the time. I mean, this is like feels like DiCarlo to me.
Yeah.
It's like she definitely. But again, like having fun with like the layouts too. Like,
Yeah. But again, you do it so subtly, that it's not like jarring.
Yeah.
You know?
Thanks. And that's again with the ape world. You can go cartoonish,
Yeah.
and it doesn't
Yeah.
really change.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can go more realistic and exaggerated when you want to go violent. So
That's right.
yeah, I love this building. I forget what that's.
Yeah,
It's
which one
an
it
old.
was too.
It's
We were
a
talking about
'70s era diner, '60s era diner from LA.
Isn't it the Norms on
It might be.
La Cienega?
I don't think it's the one on Los Angeles. It was like one that was in the valley somewhere.
Mm.
I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, there's a bunch of buildings like that.
Yeah.
You do your lettering too. It's just like amazing. How did you like just practice back in the day? Decided you wanted to hand letter stuff, and
I mean, part of it is that I appreciate hand lettering. I always have.
Mhm.
I think you can be more expressive with it. You can do a lot more with it.
yeah,
But also just as an artist, I don't know. I guess my brain needs to have it on the page when I'm
Right.
doing the layout, and in a result, I want to see the whole story together. So
right.
I've experimented with doing stuff where I letter separately, and I don't like it. It's
Right.
just not. It doesn't work for
He
me.
thought about doing that for this series for a
Yeah.
second, and then he was like, "Fuck that!" And I was
No.
like, "Good."
Yeah.
Because it would totally changes how he draws and how he plans the panels.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
because having to figure out where the lettering goes is kind of the first step to helping him design the whole fucking page.
It is,
you
yeah,
know?
it is.
And then having the onomatopoeia or sound effects and all that is also like, okay, how do I work that in and then have the
Mhm.
design work still? You know, people that don't do that, you can tell. Like when you
Right.
look at my books, sometimes you're like, oh my god, it's covering up everything. It's like I didn't plan it out.
That's that's the thing. Like, I really don't do it that much either when I'm working on a lot of stuff, especially like if it's for a publisher. The last step is lettering. When
Yeah,
really
yeah.
It should kind of go before the ink.
It's the
or pencils.
first thing I do is lettering. I always I do the balloons as I'm inking,
Right.
but I put the lettering is the first things that I put down.
Yeah.
So
So like that expressive lettering, it's like that's what I always really loved about more than anything with like Eisner's stuff was his lettering.
yeah, I mean, all my heroes either had letterers or they did lettering. Especially both of us coming more from an indie comics world where almost everybody had letters. But I don't know. It's just like something that I've always respected as part of the art form, whether it's done by a letterer or a team. Like I love Rick Parker as a letterer, and he's also a great cartoonist.
Killer artist,
So
Yeah.
some
Or
of
like
those people are
Klaus
my
or somebody
heroes.
like that.
And I'm not perfect at it. I don't try to be perfect at it.
No, it shouldn't be.
But that's part of my style is that it's not perfect. It is imperfect.
It's like sound in a film. Like if it's done badly or poorly, it makes it seem amateurish.
Yeah.
The comic. So
But there
it's
was
really important.
there was even like in the issue I think before this, there was even a letter where like I think you meant to correct something and didn't on it. You know what I'm talking about? No. It's not a bad
I
one.
can pull out previous issues too.
Yeah, it's in here. Anyway, my point is the fact that it's there all of a sudden makes you take a second and go, oh yeah, like an actual human person made it.
yeah.
It's not, and that human touch to anything is really what we're looking for, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So there's
Why
this huge-
digital comics look so shitty.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody's behind that stroke, it's still all the same work, but
It just bothers me when it looks like the lettering is like hovering on top of the art. That's
Yeah.
not a part of it.
yeah.
Yeah, there's the details that get washed out. But
Yeah.
I drew all the bars and bricks and everything. And I totally fake perspective at the time. I'm not really precise about that either.
When you're precise, you see more of the kinks.
Yeah. I mean, I'll do a quick layout with a ruler to get like the basics in there, but then I just start kind of doing it.
Like if I wanted to see perfect lines, I would watch a movie or something. It's like
I love doing circle paintings.
Mhm. Yeah, it's just so great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's just fun. Also, secret, you're not going to draw more bricks back there.
Yeah.
Totally.
He was upset at first, and then he was like, "Wait, maybe it's okay to have all this dialogue."
Yeah, it fills in space. It fills space, man. Less drawing, fills space. But I don't know. I don't understand. I mean, I understand people. I understand why people think lettering is so difficult. It's because their handwriting is bad.
Yeah.
Lettering is drawing.
It is drawing.
If you can draw this, you can draw that. If you put your mind to it.
I did I had to write a paper in high school,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, "You have to write this by hand. You absolutely cannot use a computer to type this."
Yeah.
And so I handed it in, and I got back, and it gave me an F, and I knew it was good. Maybe not an A, but not an F.
Yeah.
And she was like, "No, it's because I specifically said you do not type this." And I was like, "Look at it. Look closer."
Yeah.
I purposely, because when I was a little shit,
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, you don't want me to type it? I'm going to draw it. I'm going to write it exactly the way it looks."
That's funny.
Yeah, here's what. See, I even did these got cut.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, okay. So that sold.
Yeah.
That would have really sold it.
Yeah, I know. But to make it fit better on the page, I had to blow this up. Yeah, I had the latrine alley, gasoline alley reference at the top, but that's fine.
But you know what? It
But-
would have been the only time that you used that device.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
would have had to
Yeah.
shrink it.
And the dialogue's all just like bitching and moaning, so it's
Yeah.
totally, they just continue it through here anyhow, so you might as well just cut it.
So yeah, just zoomed in and cut off the top two panels.
Such a messed up scene.
But Frank King was known for doing this kind of layout storytelling, where
Okay.
he'd one background and the characters would tell you a story across
Across
the
the whole-
page.
Yeah.
So,
Even for seasoned comics readers, sometimes it's hard to tell where you're supposed to go next.
Yeah.
well, I did it kind
That's
of.
why
But
it's
the
still
way
got
that
a grid there, but
But I looked at this and I was like, what if I try it this way? And then what if I try it like a different way? And it still worked.
I
Yeah, it
did that on
should be
purpose too.
okay.
Yeah,
I did that on purpose. There's kind of a basic read this page before this page.
Yep.
You can read it this way. Or you can read it this way.
Yeah, you got like the point, stuff happens, the point. So
Yeah.
as long as it doesn't matter where you're going.
And they're all mostly kind of self-contained moments, so you
Yeah.
can kind of do that. They kind of like lead to each other, but if you kind of follow him around this, like the main thoroughfare, like barfing and
Mhm.
and going crazy, and
Complaining,
getting lazy, and then
barfing.
falling in shit. So
That's great.
yeah. So yeah, I love throwing comedy into this stuff. I love getting all that in there.
Yeah, man, you're really good at it.
It's fun.
Both you guys
All
are
these
just like
gross out
insane at it.
dudes
Yeah,
eating
yeah.
shit.
it's
Like
supposed to
playing
be
with
just
shit.
like disgusting, kind of semi-lighthearted moment.
Mhm.
And then it's also they can get extra fruit cups so they can make.
Toilet wine.
Yeah. It's just like, okay, I can get behind that.
There it is. Look at that. That's amazing.
Well, yeah.
You have to pull your inner Tex Avery out.
Yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the letter. Oh yeah, this is literally Eddie Van Halen died the day I was inking this page, and I was like, and it's the scene where he's hot for teacher. I was like, what? That was weird.
Yeah.
So I wrote that on it. Rip Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah.
This was fun.
All the brick.
Shower tiles. Yeah,
And then
it's tiles. It's
doing
like,
tiles and tiles and tiles and tiles and tiles, all tiles.
Yeah, but
All
at
the
least
different-
that's a straight way. Like the
Yeah.
fence is like an S and a line, and an S and a line, and
Yeah,
an S
yeah.
and then you got to connect it the other way.
You want to get me to pull out my fences?
oh man, there's a lot
Oh
more.
my
In
God.
the second issue, you have fence on the back, and
So this
Yeah, this
issue
looks
has
great.
this is issue 4. As we first started figuring out the fences. So
Oh, yeah.
these I
Yep.
drew, and then this is white ink. And the white ink, you feel it closer, they're just like dabs.
Yep, just dabs.
So
It's
it kind of fills your eyes fill in the shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
you
the
read-
light would hit the one side, and then
Yeah.
as the curve. Yeah, it makes.
So that was my
Perfect sense.
secret was whiting. With the lid. So you get a little bit of curve to them, and it just like fills you in.
That looks great. That's a special sneak peek.
Yeah.
Peek of the future.
Yeah. Can't show anymore.
And issue 5 has even more chamber effects.
That's the last of it. Well, no, until like the 10th.
Is this the end of issue?
Yeah, that's issue 3. Yeah, there's my Don Simpson back cover.
Yeah, that was
The
great.
original.
Don can draw.
There's no offense.
The preview for issue 3. These are fun to come up with. I don't want it to be like an old Hollywood lobby card.
Do you do the corner boxes separately too, or you just pull those?
Sometimes this one's pulled from a scene. This one's pulled from here.
Okay.
This one was a letterbox I originally drew for the humans, but we didn't use letterboxes. But that's Bobby and her when they were young. Bobby died in the first series.
Right.
But yeah, and then,
That's her motivation.
And then this one is also the Carnes letterbox. I mean, a corner box I drew for the original series, but never got used.
Oh, cool.
So yeah,
That's great.
yeah. And then I asked the art. I think James Callahan for issue 4 is the only one that drew his own
His
corner
own.
box. Oh yeah, issue 4. Issue 5 is Greg and Fake from the
Oh, nice.
Sanchez sisters.
Yeah, I thought this was really great.
Yeah, that's image. Oh yeah, there's Chamber.
Yep.
Finish.
Well, that's
More laser rock.
amazing. Let's take a look at this.
This was the one where I was like, you were gonna have me get in her car. And I was
Yeah.
like, no, we gotta get some motorcycles in there. But it also introduces them as like they're part of a gang that you'll meet later in the series in issue 6.
Yeah.
Awesome.
When it comes
Names
back.
of mayhem. No.
The moms.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then we go see our friend's band, the Zigzags, at sort of Bigfoot Lodge.
Yeah.
Sasquatch Lodge, and they don't have the stage.
No.
The exterior is Bigfoot. I mean, this is a total Kirby
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's the
reference. I
Yeah.
mean, not rep, but a total homage to Kirby.
I know exactly what
yeah,
image
the
you're
cover.
from.
Yeah, I've drawn
yeah.
that same.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it was a war comic. I'm forgetting exactly what
I-
it's like.
I'll pop it up here.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, that's really cool, you guys.
Yeah, then that single character.
New characters you meet in the issue. Yeah.
They all have assigned specific motorcycles. He gives me ideas. So tell me like what model, and then I'll look at different models and kind of customize them a little bit. But like this is it's a aerial. It's an aerial 500. Anyway, aerial was but anyway, I give it a British license plate because a lot of them they're bigger there. So
Wow.
eat shit.
That's awesome.
And she just got like a little cafe racer like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then some of the other.
Yeah.
She'll meet these guys later. Yeah, if you showed up yet.
These are great.
So I do, yeah, 2 bike sketches are character sketches as well.
That's cool.
Oh, this is something that I got published.
Oh, that's nice.
This is fun. Just one for everybody.
Is that going to go in the trade?
Maybe. Yeah, we're
And then
gonna
you probably
do,
use this image.
want to do like a whole book of character sheets. And this would be like the old Marvel universe.
Yeah. That's so cool.
And this and the covers, yeah, it's like sort of based on Logan's covers, Batman covers. What that drawing everybody drew up with. And the ghost of Mojo on the
Uh-huh.
side.
Not a film design. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
there's
There it
the
is.
First cover.
Mm-hmm.
there's the corner box pages. There's the unused arms one.
Wow.
And that's the logo as it's printed on the cover.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Also,
Oh, hell yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah, and those are some of the backup material. This is supposed to be photos taken by Meredith, the character in the
This is
story.
Shutterbug and Mom Numbers.
This is them in the library. This is the header for the. See, people forget to read back matter, but we put a lot of effort into it.
Yeah, you do.
So, like, this is the letters column, but I did this extra drawing of them, like, and then, yeah, so in the story, Meredith is taking photos, so these are the photos she was taking while they were out.
Yeah. It just adds an extra layer to the book itself, you know.
This is the,
Yeah, no, it's about building the world out.
Mm-hmm.
this is the, Puke's Prison 101 that teaches you lessons about being in prison. This is all about how to make a bong out of a banana or an apple or the sink.
Those came out good.
And these are supposed to be drawn by them, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's supposed to be like
Crude.
sketches. Yeah.
I love it.
And, let's see, there's the photos with the tones. Makes it more like photos, but character stuff. There's the full gang. We're gonna need in issue 6 when we get there. And then, yeah, an extra drawing of cards I had laying around. Profiled on Nicole Goo, and then this is an ad for a t-shirt designed by Wes Brooks, aka Undead Equipped.
Oh yeah.
But you can
Right
actually
on.
order the t-shirt
Oh, that's cool.
from Uncivilized. That's that.
That's amazing.
Ads.
There's that.
Nice.
Yeah, that color came out good.
Yeah, dude. That's incredible.
And this is actually based on an old free Sunny.
Yeah.
Free Sunny Barger ad
From Easy Rider.
in an
Oh,
Easy
yeah.
Rider magazine.
Yeah,
That's
and
where
they
I
have
got
the
this
same shirt.
this weird
design.
shirt shape. They have
Yeah.
like that, and like there's a pose.
There's a big dude. He's
Yeah.
just wide and big. He looks exactly like
That's awesome.
It's great.
I'll have to pop that up there too if I can find it.
So yeah, everybody
Tom
read the back
Cruise.
matter. The back matter is funny.
Yeah.
We do like a lot of shit in there.
Yeah, you guys really, aren't messing around with this thing. You really got deep into it and made it the best it can be. You know, and that's
Right.
the best comics.
Trying to make comics that are comics.
Yeah, so more people need to read this damn thing. And Uncivilized puts out just amazing books anyway.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
So
Yeah.
They're rad. We're happy to be with Uncivilized.
you're in good company over there.
It's a really cool, like, stable of weirdos that he puts out. So
Yeah.
This is issue 3 is out. Issue 4, 5. That'll be the next. That'll be the jungle
Arc.
finished, and
Yeah.
then this hopefully in the future there may be another arc.
yes,
Yeah,
there'll
yeah,
be the continued.
He's already written 5 more issues, but I'm going to
Good
take
job.
a break to make money elsewhere.
Yeah.
And then come back to it when I can draw down 8 pages. Because, yeah, I'm not getting a paycheck for any of this. This is
Yeah.
all. That's why it's taken me since 2018 to draw
Yeah, the Rob
5
Liefeld
issues, and
days
I'm
of
literally like only halfway through issue 5, 18 right now. So.
$1 million a month doesn't happen in comics.
Luckily, in the meantime, we have like the Humans Omnibus that'll come out like late this year.
Yeah.
Probably, and the Human soundtrack on vinyl through Under the Gun Records is coming out too.
Right on.
So we'll have those coming out hopefully late end of the year.
This is the cover painting for the omnibus. So this will collect both of the 2-volume set as one hardback cover. It'll be hardback book.
That's amazing. That looks
And it's going to
great.
have like at least, 50 to more, 100 extra pages of like just back matter that we're going
Yeah,
to
we're
fill
trying
up.
to fill it out with some stuff. And going on tour, we'll write some things. Tom's got a lot of art that's never been seen or published. So
God,
Yeah.
that's so good. This
Yeah,
is
yeah, the
wash and
painting.
watercolor, you said, right?
Yep, yeah, it's all
came out
wash,
really
wash,
good.
watercolor.
So cool.
And then this is going to be the cover for the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Because again, people don't read the back matter. The original series had a soundtrack. Every issue you could download 2 or 3 songs that were written for the series by different real bands. And we always wanted to release an LP, but we finally have it coming out.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
With when the omnibus comes out from
Under the Gun Records.
Right
They're
on.
an LA punk label that are fucking awesome. So
Hell yeah.
really psyched. That'll be a lot of fun. So we have that coming, and now, hopefully buy some time with fans for a while, and then we'll have the volume collection of the first 5 issues of The Jungle coming up sometime
yeah.
the next year, so and then The Jungle will come back. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, if comics had more considerate creators like you guys that really dove deep and thought about what they're doing on every level, we'd be in a much better place. So thanks for making the pinnacle of comics these days, guys. It's really amazing stuff.
Awesome.
Well, we've been pitching this. The idea was that it was going to be stop motion from Shadow Machine, who are this great stop motion animation.
They did the Guillermo del Toro.
Pinocchio.
Yeah.
And they were talking about at one point doing a test of just Johnny or an ape on a bike going down the street.
And this goes back to 2015 we started talking.
Yeah. We were not even done with the series,
Yeah.
the comic coming out when we started talking about it. And for some reason, they just, I know why, because they didn't want to spend any money, but they put it off and then never did it. But I wish we'd have gotten at least that, a 5-second loop.
Well, I mean, but we ended up putting together a whole pitch book.
Oh yeah.
Which I did so eventually they tried pitching it as stop motion and nobody would but they figured nobody would like it for that. So eventually we were okay, let's pitch it as traditional animation. And I was kind of pushing for sort of a kind of to fit the tone at the time, sort of a Hanna-Barbera style. So I did these
we were telling them Adult
almost
Swim meets Hanna-Barbera.
sort of
right,
Alex Toadfish simplified versions of them. As character models for them to try out, and then the entire game in these versions.
Well, it basically started off because Shadow Machine reached out to us, and we started having meetings with them slowly, just telling them we really like this, we think this could develop into something. And maybe our first year of meetings were me and Tom hanging out with them and telling them, no, it has to be set in this time period. We can't make it future apes on motorcycles. We can't. Just telling them why, because I was I thought you liked this IP, right? I thought you liked this for what it was, and finally we got them to stop bringing that up. And they started taking it more seriously, and we started trying to meet writers. And over the course of meeting over a dozen writers, probably, and showrunners,
so many different
we
writers.
picked up a couple of producers along the way who were our big time producers, Shanna Stein and Shannon McIntosh. Shannon McIntosh, she won an Oscar for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. She produced that. And she's produced several Quentin Tarantino movies and other films on her own. And Shanna Stein was also a producer, but she's going on to become a huge TV director. She directed all last season of The Boys almost, 6 of the episodes or something.
Yeah, and there was she had some show.
Well, she was doing Power. She was producing Power and all the spin-offs, and that was a huge series.
Yeah.
So we had
But they wanted
people
to
with
produce this as an animated series, as an adult animated series, and they put us together a team with them. But then we went through so many different writers and we're just wrong.
Yeah.
They kept, they either try to push it to comedy, or they'd try to be well, what if we set it in the future instead of in Vietnam? Because nobody remembers Vietnam anymore.
Yeah, kids don't know history. Meanwhile, the whole time we're talking,
exactly.
There's constantly things coming out set in this time period and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, we met multiple pitch machines, dudes who were oh, I do this really good PDF that I export, and we can do a presentation, and man, they always love my presentations. And it was just we met a couple of horseshit guys, We met a couple people that were actually interesting. We went on since then to have done things in the industry that we've seen.
Yeah.
But we ended up falling in with Bill Oakley, who is the creator of Mission Hill.
Yeah, and he was
a writer on The Simpsons for years and producer. And he was kind of big time in the animation world as a writer, but he was in a comedic niche.
Yeah.
For
But-
some reason they lumped us in with him. I never really quite saw the fit, but we still worked with him. We went through several meetings with
He
him.
was super nice guy.
Yeah, super nice guy. But I
And
didn't-
he was willing to work with us. Like he was like wanting to keep the idea as
Yeah.
it was and elaborate on it. And I felt like, okay, I can work with this guy to
Yeah.
like bring out some things, you know. And some
Right.
of his ideas were, but I felt like, oh, if we get in the writer's room with other people, he would be just good at running the room, and we could actually make this work, you know.
Right.
Right.
And so that's who we ended up pitching with, was him as our like head writer.
But unfortunately, we didn't get to do the pitch phase until it was the summer of 2020 shutdown pandemic. So we ended up pitching via Zoom,
During Black Lives Matter,
Which
riots
was-
all over and
which
stuff.
would be literally 5 of us on
Yeah.
a team, like me, Keenan, Shannon, Shayna, and
Bill and Alex.
the
Shannon,
producer from Shadow Machine. So that's 6 people, and versus whoever we were pitching to, which
2 or
could have been
3
2 to
executives.
5 executives on
Yeah.
the other ends on Zoom. When literally the streets were on fire with riots,
Yeah.
and we were pitching
Not ideal time.
a biker comic.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, edgy, give no
When
fucks.
nobody was having it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we basically
We-
did like 12 different Zoom pitch meetings and only had like heard back from maybe one of them, and then it went nowhere. And it
You can
was,
see the poster has rejected by Netflix, by Fox, by Prime, by Hulu, by Sony, by HBO. And Adult Swim never got
yeah, no,
Netflix.
Dalton didn't even give us a meeting. I was like, what the fuck?
Now I want to see this even more.
Yeah, it would have been great. And we made a big pitch book that we sent out. It was
Yeah, it was a
basically,
great pitch book.
I wrote all this back matter stuff years ago for Tom.
Yeah,
And
and
I-
this was the poster in the animation style, but I wanted it to also be like, you know, exploitation style. So I made this poster. The poster was part of a pitch book, not with that.
no.
And not with this.
Not with
These
the
were
fake.
so eventually we were like, once the deal was done and Shadow Machine stopped calling us, we just put this poster together for fun.
Yeah.
And we put together our
Oh,
dream
I can
cast,
see that.
which you can't really see on there, but it's pretty funny. It
It's
gets
just-
into like a real cast of people, but it starts with a Roger Corman production in association with Hanna-Barbera.
It's like our
The
dream
Humans.
version, you know.
Yeah.
Mark Gregory, Michael Madsen, and Emmett Walsh, Dennis Hopper, John Lurie, like all these people. Some of these people, like I wanted Michael Wincott for Carnes when we were pitching. And they're like,
Mhm.
he's not a star. Doesn't mean anything. I was like, I don't have to be stars. You need some voices.
Yeah.
And I wanted him to be from Carnes.
Well, Willem Dafoe should sell it.
Yeah, no, he's not a name. Yeah, Jim Brown, Lori Bird. Like, there's lots of, Lori Bird's lesser known, but she's from Two Blind Blacktop. She's the girl in that film.
Yeah.
She was in a couple other films at that time as well. She's a great actress. Only did like 4 films.
And there'd be voice actors in the animated.
Yeah,
series,
yeah,
so
yeah.
It's like, why are they like? It'd be fun. Would have been fun. Special appearance by Hunter S. Thompson
Yeah.
as Monkey S. Thompson.
And Marlon Brando.
And
Yeah,
Marlon
Marlon
Brando is
I wanted, when we were pitching, I always put Eric Warheim. I always thought it'd be funny to get him to just be fart noises for us. It'd be like,
Well, shit. Well, I mean, it sucks. Obviously, everybody would love to see it, but you put so much work into it that who knows? Somebody could come around again sometime.
Yeah,
and
who knows?
Maybe you already have some of that work done.
I mean,
Also,
I don't think we should
It's
pitch it as an
just-
animated series ever
it's
again.
just-
That's just too much.
so
Like,
you want live action like Monkey
yeah,
Suits?
like let's get some indie director to deal with actual monkey makeup and make us a fun movie.
Yeah,
That'd be more fun.
that would be.
Because like
fun.
animation is just way too overblown.
Yeah,
And
you do it
especially Shadow
yourself, like-
Machine was really trying to do something big with it, with wanting to do it.
stop motion, when we started, it was all about being like the first, like,
and they really
black
wanted it to
comedy,
be,
dramatic action, stop motion TV
It's
show.
just too
That
much
was
to
like
ask
the real
for
pitch.
pitching. Like, okay, we're talking about gritty, violent, adult, sex, blood, drugs, rock and roll, and stop motion animation. They're like, who's going to give you a budget for that?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like too much.
We wanted it, but
They
I
were
mean-
dreaming big, and it was that time
And then when it was
they were
2D,
when
and
everybody
it
was
was like
getting
nothing.
signed with an animated series at the time, but then everybody got canceled. So it was like,
Yeah.
I keep saying in retrospect, if we'd gotten picked up by
we
any of
would have
them
been canceled.
We would have
6
been
months later
canceled
before it was.
before it got made, just like Bone. I mean,
Exactly.
fucking Bone can't get made.
Yeah. Bone
How does
can't get
anything?
made like 12 times.
Yeah,
That's insane. That's insane to me.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't know how many pitches I'm willing to sit through anymore, to be honest. So
Yeah.
it's a comic.
In my long stair
why we-
fall of an experience, I never had to actually be in the room to pitch.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Good.
So yeah, but I have
see.
I have been in like animation pitching rooms like in the early '90s and stuff with like Fred Seibert and stuff like that. And
In our
it's
pitches,
not fun.
I did the most talking in
Yeah.
our pitches.
Yeah.
That was the thing that was fucked up.
Yeah.
That was the thing. We were like, what the hell's going on? We got all these big
more
time
than
people.
Bill.
We were talking more than the producers who have done all this other shit. And Bill, because they were trying to sell us. Like, we're not
Yeah.
selling us. We're selling you guys. They
Yeah.
don't even care about us.
Yeah, it was
We
weird.
just own the rights to this, so you can't do anything without us. That's the period. That's kind of where we came from. We were like, no, we're going to be involved in everything.
Yeah.
We could have easily just said, Shadow Machine, you take it. You can just pay us or something. You get it made. They would have changed it. It would have, even if it had gotten made, nobody would have liked it, and it would have failed.
Well,
like-
look what happened to Usagi Yojimbo. It got
Yeah.
turned into
I don't know
like
what that is.
there's like some like
That's
it's like
exactly what they would have done.
it's like the grandkid of Usagi in future.
I'm seeing
like,
hover
what?
bikes and like a new kind of drug called Jacked
Yeah,
that they're all on. You know, like get the fuck out.
Yeah.
no,
No,
it would have
you're,
ended up like that.
and it's already in its perfect form.
Yeah.
In
Yeah,
that's the
well,
whole idea.
and again,
Yeah,
that's
the whole
what
idea.
kind of you back to like why we make this so comic booky. It's
because it's a comic book.
because
Yeah.
we're back. That's what we love, and that's what we wanted to do. And
Exactly.
like this was a side track that got us off course for too long.
At its best, we maybe could have made a little bit of money, and the idea would have been that it would have brought more eyeballs to our comics. That was all we ever really wanted
Yeah.
to begin with. So
Yeah.
I hear that. Well, on that mic dropping note, I guess we can wrap it up. But people go buy The Jungle.
Orange. Huh?
yeah, seriously. Yeah, go get The Jungle. Start reading it now.
It's good. Bye.
And the humans soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Get out of here. Get out of here, dude. We're done.